I'm so fired up for this video. Coming in at number 1 of our tips and tricks of Canva. When you land on your Canva homepage, you see that there is a search function that you could use. So use the search function as a Google. In other words, Canva could be Googleable. So you could be searching for plumber, for example, and then wait and see what kind of templates you find with the word that you've searched for. So it could be like an ad, it could be a post, it could be anything that has to do with plumbing. When you've searched for it, Canva will show it to you. And I'm going to search for fashion, for example, and you will get posts, logos, PowerPoint presentations, all sorts of elements that has to do with that term that you have searched for. So the other day I was looking for a template that has a question, and I searched for question, and then I got different kinds of questions, free version, paid version. And all I'm saying is, when you see the search functionality on Canva, use that as your Google. The functionality of the Googleability of Canva is very, very useful. Our next tip has to do with the Canva shop, or removing an object from a picture that you don't want. Maybe they broke up and she wants to take him off. So you could remove any object on any picture if you use the erase functionality on Canva. So let's quickly do that. If you've added an image on your canvas and you would like to remove, whether it's food or the ex-boyfriend, you highlight the picture or the image so that the edit image functionality displays. If you're on Canva Pro, then you will have the BG remover or the background remover. You can trial it for 30 days in the description below, but it is very, very user-friendly and it helps me so much. It is worth the money that I'm paying every month for my subscription. Once Canva has removed the background, you have the two functionalities, which are erase and restore. So then it allows you to select a brush. So I'm going to select the erase brush, and then it allows me to pick the size of the brush that I would like to use. And you could pick as big as you want, and then you start erase whatever image or whatever part of the image that you want to take off from your picture. If for any reason you would like to restore some of the image, then you could click on restore, and then you could restore whatever you have taken off. As easy as that. And it is so user friendly and it helps so much. Once you've taken off the ex-boyfriend, you click on done, and then you select apply, and then the picture has been edited. Then you could add the background and do your editing as a designer. And then we position this by sending her in front, and then there's your picture, and you've edited whatever side of your image that you don't want on your image. This next tip has to do with colors. So if you have done a design and you would like to change a part of the color, we all know that you could go to color and pick a color or change a color using a hex code, etc. But the beginner designers, not everybody knows that if you scroll down on the menu on your design area and you go and select styles, you are able to use brand colors that you could pick and have them automatically there if you're on Canva Pro, or you could use the color palettes that the designers at Canva have put together for us. So it could be the different color palettes. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. And when you click on the color palettes, it will then change the color. And these are colors that have been married already by designers who have been experienced in designing for you to help you with your design area. So you could click and change the palette with the arrows that are showing on the screen until you find the actual one that you would like to use. So I wanted to show you that this is available as part of your styles, which also comes with fonts that have been paired on your behalf. So there's font sets that are also paired on your behalf by experienced Canva designers to help you with that. So there's color, there's fonts, as well as combination of the both. So you could choose a combination of paired colors with fonts to try and help you design with the latest color trends and the latest designs that are currently in the industry. The next tip or hack has to do with the brand kit. Not everybody can afford Canva Pro, and maybe you're on Canva Free, but you would like to use your brand colors every time you design a social media post or a logo. You could use this hack to help you. And what you would do, you would add a rectangle shape, for example. You could duplicate this to have the different color palettes that you use in your brand. So I'm going to change this and make it my color brands. And once you've added all of the colors in your brand, you will download this as a PNG file. So you're gonna go share, and then you download it, and you download it as a PNG file. Once it is downloaded, you're gonna click and drag it to your design so that it gets added on top of your design. And then you will right click and scroll down to apply colors to the page. And that's the hack. You're then going to delete this. It will apply your brand colors. It makes your life so much easier than going and selecting each element and changing it to what you want it to be as your brand colors. The next tip has to do with searching for elements. If, for example, you're looking for a sun element and you click on sun, the nodes that you see here or settings are fully customizable. Once you select the settings, you are also able to search for elements in a certain color. When you scroll down, you could ask the system to give you a different kind of orientation. When you scroll down some more, it would either also give you an option of either static or animated element that you're looking for. The other cool one is if you're looking for cutouts on a picture, then you could select cutouts. The last one is price, and you could ask the system to just show you content or elements that are free or pro. So, and then you click on apply filter once you've made your choices, and it helps your search so much better. The next tip has to do with text to image. As you know, in our industry, there's a lot of talk when it comes to AI, and text to image is the in thing. I've created a video and you can go check it out. I'll link it in the description below as well as above. Just go check it out, but it is worth it that I mention it in our tips so that you're also aware. When you are on your menu on your design area, you're going to scroll down and you're going to find the apps that are linked to Canva. And one of the apps, it's the text to image that you would add on your Canva, and it would show like this. If you haven't added it, you could just go find it on the popular ads, like at the bottom here, and then you add it so that it opens up the text to image. All you do is you open it up and then you describe what you want the image to look like. I've searched for African female warrior with a sword, and then you scroll down and you choose the style. You could choose surprise me. They will choose it for you, or a drawing, an image, a 3D, and then you could decide whichever one you want. Once you've selected your style, you click on generate image. Oh my goodness, and they look like this. How cool is this? And you could choose whichever one that you would like to use by clicking on it once, and then it would add it on the canvas. As easy as that, you have a text to image, beautiful graphics that you could be creating using text, and it gets so much fun and addictive when you play around with this. The next tip, some of you would have watched my previous videos on Canva or other videos on Canva. I'm just mentioning it for the newer designers that are recently finding me on Canva. Canva has shortcuts, and it will help you so much when you're designing. When you're looking for example a rectangle, you press R and the system will create a rectangle for you. When you're looking for a circle, you press C for circle and it would create circle for you. When you're looking for text, you press T for text. Those are just some of the shortcuts that you could be using. I'll also link the video that I've done for shortcuts on the description below so that you have that. And with the shapes, that's the newer version of shapes. When you click on shape, you are able to change the different kinds of shape to the one that you want. and then you scroll down until you pick and change exactly the one you want. And you could also add text on a shape or in a shape, as well as changing the font of the text that's used. It has to do with elevating your design skills when you're using Canva, and it's so underrated. And most of designers, including myself, I didn't use this file functionality for a long time. So when you click on the file functionality, you are able to change the name of your file. You could change it here. You could also change it just next to your picture. The other one, you could import files. That's a newer one. But the one that I just want to highlight is show rulers. When you're designing, it's very important to have your work centered and aligned. So rulers will help you with making sure that your work is aligned. The other one is margins. It will show the margins so that your work looks professionally aligned and crisp. So the file functionality or the file menu is underrated, and not a lot of people use it because it also has that control find. You know, the find and replace text. So when you're busy with a PowerPoint presentation or a report, you could use the find and replace functionality. There's the show print bleed as well, to show you where the printers are going to be printing and bleeding your design. So that there's that functionality that's also available there that you could tick and untick and use. The second last thing I want to show you is if you're working with a team, there's view all comments. People are adding comments. You could see their comments on there. I love the version history. It's only available on Canva Pro, by the way. But if you've made a design and you've made changes and now you want to revert back to a design that you've done previously, you could go and select version and you could revert to the previous version of your design that you've done previously. It is quite a useful tool when you keep on changing a design and you're like, oh, I wish I could go back to that one I did three designs ago. The functionality is there, but only available for Canva. Viewing, I need to show you the different kinds of courses that I've created available to you, and one of them is the Be a Canva Master that has 52 videos that could teach you the beginning and end of how Canva works. So head over to learnwithzar.com, go to our courses on the store, and buy yourself this course. It's lifetime access. I can't wait to see you there. Our next tip, so important. When you start designing, you're gonna reach 10,000, 2,000 designs. If you haven't organized it, you're gonna have difficult time finding your designs. So if you've made a design and now you wanna go file it and save it in a certain place, you're going to scroll down and click on Save to Folder. We know that Canva automatically saves on the cloud because it's an online design tool, but when you click on Save to File or Folder, you can select a project that you would like to save, the warrior princess, for example. So you could create folders where you could now start filing your work, and it would make it so much easier for you to find your work when you're looking for it. You could select a file and then go save it there, or you could create a new folder for the design that you're busy with. Maybe you're doing social media or you're working with a client. You could create a file for that client and then you could save your work that way. Trust me on this one, it's going to help you long term. To do with the cohesiveness of your pictures when you're posting on social media. When you want your images to have the same kind of look and feel, you could filter them so that they look the same. What you do, you're going to select the first image and you're going to click on Edit Image. Then you're going to scroll down to Adjust and you click See All. You're then able to adjust the brightness, adjust saturation and tint, and all of these settings, you are going to adjust it the same way that you want. When you keep on adjusting it using all of these filters, the system is going to automatically give you a filter code that applies to the settings that you've done. You're going to Control V or Command V to copy that filter code, and then when you select your second image, you could paste the same by Control A to select everything, and Control V to have the same kind of settings on the different pictures so that your images have the same brand and look and feel. This is another underrated feature or a tip. If you've made your design, you don't necessarily always have to go download your design and then upload it on different social media. Canva has changed the button. It used to say download, now it used to share for a reason. When you scroll down, you could share on different social media platforms. The platforms that you've linked will be able to share immediately, like I've linked Twitter. When I select Twitter, it goes to Twitter and then I can publish my design immediately with Twitter. And the post gets published on social media immediately after you've designed it from Canva. There was no need for me to download it, as you can see it here. Value to your life as a designer and a creator. Don't forget to smash the like button so that YouTube can show it to lots of people. The next tip has to do with when we are designing and we want to reach a certain kind of design and you're using your mouses and you're using your shapes and it doesn't move the way that you want it to move. The zoom functionality is very useful in order for you to dive in on the design and make it the way that you want it to move the way that you want. So if you zoom in, you're able to control the element so much better when it's closer to you for you to put it or place it wherever you need to place it. I love the zoom so much that I had to edit on our tips to make sure that it helps you when you're designing. Zoom is your best friend wherever you're designing. The next tip has to do with uploading different kinds of files and editing them on Canva. When you select upload, you could then drop a file on the upload section, or you could go browse and add a file. So it is good to take note that these are the files that Canva supports. If you want to upload an image, it would either be JPEG, PNG, HEIC, or the web page. If you want to upload a video, these are the different kinds that you could upload. And then with files, these are the different kinds that you could upload. It was very interesting to pick that we could upload a PSD file and edit it on Canva. So I'm going to just quickly show you how to do that. And I would pick the Instagram PSD file and I click on open. Canva then opens up the file and you're going to find it under recent designs. When you open it up, you're able to edit it, tweak it, and make it your own. Uploading different kinds of files, it is available for all of us now. Has to do with our text effect. So if you've added text, we have this functionality for effects of our text, and there's different kinds of styles that you could use with your effects as well as shapes of your text. I'm going to concentrate on styles, but it is very, very cool. It makes your design come alive when you use the different kinds of effect. For example, the background effect makes the background of your text have that nice background, and you could adjust it the way that you want to adjust it, or if you don't want anything, you click on none. We're going to be using the hollow text effect. So we're going to duplicate this and have a hollow on the first one, and we're going to add a video of somebody walking. After you've added your video, remove the background of your video by using the background remover that's currently in beta and only available on Canva Pro. And then you're going to have the first layer of your text to be on top, just above your text, and the last text would be just above the video. So I'm going to put position and bring that forward. Now I'm just going to change my text and make that white, just so that it shows and it's interesting. Cool stuff. Then I'm going to move my dude. And it looks like that. Quite cool the way that you could use your text effect to do what you want. Our next tip has to do with videos. So on your video, and if you want to add an element and you don't want to split your clip 110 times so that the element pops up on a certain clip. Canva recently upgraded the way that the elements can pop up on your screen. I think it's really, really cool. So your video would be playing like this. You don't need to clip it up and whatnot. You're just gonna go find the graphic that you want to use, and then you add it wherever you want to use it, and it should be on your picture. Maybe you want to remind people to subscribe to your channel. We select the element and we right click and click on show timing. Then Canva is going to show you the timing that you could adjust and have the element pop up at a certain time. You're then going to adjust it the way that you want. If you want to add animation on it, you could click on animate and then, for example, select rise. When you play the clip itself, pops up on the timing that you've added the exact same way. I think this is pretty cool. I love it. The course is also available. The full Canva course with 53 videos is available to teach you the beginning and ends of Canva. I cannot wait to see you there. If you've enjoyed the content today, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so that YouTube shows my content to everybody else. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next video.